Hey guys, it's MugenLord here, and I guess you could say happy Halloween. This is Tuesday, and I know it's been like what 3 days since I've done a discussion video because the past couple days I've been live streaming and everything, and I appreciate you guys for coming through for the Marvel vs. Capcom live stream, the Mario Odyssey live stream, and of course the Street Fighter 5 live stream. Now the thing, before we get into the discussion, if you guys haven't checked out the other live stream that happened yesterday, Sony had a press conference in Paris to reveal some of the games that they wanted to show off, which was to me pretty boring. It's things that we already seen before and stuff like that, but I enjoyed everybody who stopped through the stream. We laughed and joked, had a good time, and gave our opinions about what we thought about the PS4 stream. So let us move on. So in this discussion video, this is pretty much Dragon Ball FighterZ related, and we've been hit with quite a few announcements and more information concerning characters and some other potential spoilers that may be incorporated in the game. So we're going to go to Event Hubs and check out some of the articles. And if you guys don't know, Captain Ginyu was also revealed in his own trailer, so you also want to take a look at that as well. So we're going to move over here and we're going to go to the first one, which is the Captain Ginyu Dragon Ball FighterZ gameplay trailer release. So we're going to move on to that. So it says Ginyu joins the battle with many of his trademark attacks. Many people remember Ginyu for his ability to swap bodies with his opponent, and based on what we've seen here, he actually be able to do some in game. All right, so the leader of the Ginyu force wouldn't be without his team, and the rest of the crew can be used in battle. So we want to just look at this trailer real quick, then I'll give you my thoughts at the end of all this, because we got a lot of things to cover right here. So we're gonna do this right here. Captain Ginyu. Oh, bird chase. Yeah. So it makes sense not to have all of them in here if we want to have all of them as assists. So that's what makes him a unique character than just a basic Dragon Ball character with their swap bodies and stuff. These trailers are very quick. Open beta, early access and stuff. Okay. So then we're gonna move over to the next, and then I'm gonna just sum all this up in a bit. Alright, so this is an interesting one right here. Dragon Ball FighterZ producer Tomoko Hiroki shares new details on the game's most recently announced characters. So it looks like the latest two characters revealed as playable in Dragon Ball FighterZ are Nappa and Captain Ginyu, the elite Saiyan warrior and the leader of the mercenary squad, the Ginyu Force. Join the battle complete with trademark moves and attacks seen in the anime and manga. So they have gotten IGN had pretty much got the scoop on all these details and stuff. So internet show saw the release of another episode. This time they focus on giving fans the latest information about Dragon Ball FighterZ. Alright, this installment starts out with a recap of what has been revealed for the game so far, and it then transitions into a segment with Dragon Ball FighterZ producer Tomoko Hiroki, in which she provides more detail on Nappa and Ginyu. So according to Hiroki, Nappa plays like you might expect someone of his build to play. He's not very fast, but he's powerful, and he uses the unique mechanic of growing Cybermen who aid him in battle. Captain Ginyu, also a large character, fights a bit differently than one might imagine. So Hiroki explains that Captain Ginyu doesn't actually have that many moves. Instead, he uses the support of the Ginyu Force, calling them in for different attacks depending on the input. So that's different. So that mean all his attacks are just Ginyu Force attacks. Like, so that does make him unique in a way. So he really don't have a lot of physical attacks. He may have like 1 or 2 physical attacks, but most of his attacks are all just Ginyu Force assist attacks. Now, if you think about it, they're doing it in a way to where it would be much logical, because you have all these powerful fighters and stuff like that. So what they wanted to do is for him to be, I wouldn't say be on par, but to make it like believable or reasonable or whatever like that, you have him just double team and gang up on you, you know, like Ginyu Force style and stuff. So that makes a lot of sense. So then we're gonna move over to the Captain Ginyu, which I believe we looked at. Yeah, we already looked at Captain Ginyu. My fault. All right, so this one is interesting. This one that when I woke up this morning, this is the one right here that really sparked my attention, because I talked about this way earlier when I made my wish list of what characters I would love to see in Dragon Ball FighterZ. So in this article, it says Bulma to be a playable character in Dragon Ball FighterZ. PlayStation listing may have spilled the beans. Now this is interesting. Now I know a lot of you may be upset if this is true. Like I said, this may not be true, but it looks like that PlayStation or the company itself may have slipped up on some viable information, but we can at least take this for a grain of salt, and let's just speculate and just think about the possibility of Bulma maybe being a playable character. Now, we have recently learned that Nappa and Captain Ginyu inclusion on the Dragon Ball FighterZ roster. Now, another character may be joining the battle. On the European PlayStation website, a listing of for Dragon Ball FighterZ provided a description of the upcoming title. In it, we see mention of Bulma as a playable character. Enter the arena with up to 3 fighters from a familiar roster of characters such as Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, Bulma, and Boo. And enter a wide range of destructible arenas inspired by the classic locations from the hit TV series. The description reads, "This is the first mention of Bulma as playable in Dragon Ball FighterZ that we've seen. While this isn't a direct reveal or confirmation, it is certainly interesting. Bulma is a highly intelligent scientist and is known for creating tech and gadgets throughout the series. If she is indeed a playable character in-game, she would likely rely on machinery and gear to hold her own." Below are screenshots of the Dragon Ball FighterZ listing on the PlayStation European thing. Okay. So right here, yup. Enter the arena with up to 3 fighters from a familiar roster of characters such as Goku, Vegeta, Frieza, Bulma, and Boo. Wow, that's interesting. Now, you spell Boo differently with B-O-O, but Boo is actually B-U-U. But who knows? There's some interesting details here. But yeah, so I know there's probably, after hearing this information, I know there's probably a lot of people who probably wouldn't like the idea of having Bulma as a playable character. Now, I was saying this before in my video when I talked about it. What if there's a possibility that Bulma could be a playable character? And not in the sense to where she actually used martial arts, because that wouldn't make sense, her using martial arts, because she was never a fighter in that sense. But she's also a scientist. She's also an inventor. Perhaps she can use gadgets as a way of fighting against the opponents. Like I said, she used different robots, mechas and stuff like that. And I was thinking, like, way before when this game was announced, I was already saying, like, yo, Bulma would be nice. Imagine if she had a mecha suit or something like that, similar to Miss Trombone in the Marvel vs. Capcom franchise, that she uses her robot, because Miss Trombone never really fought. She uses a lot of her equipment and a lot of her robots to do all the fighting for her, and that made her a viable fighter in Marvel vs. Capcom. It made sense for her to do that. So I was figuring that, hey, maybe they can give Bulma the same treatment. And like I said, Arc System's a company. At the end of the day, they're a company that love to design fighting games. And the best thing about Arc System is they love to get creative when it comes to the characters. They love to get creative when it comes to developing different fighting game mechanics for the characters that they design. And I think for them, this will be something that's fun and different, because Bulma never fought. Bulma never had a moveset in any game, so it would be kind of like a fun thing for them to do, because now Bulma opens up the reins for Arc System to be as creative as they want. Now, I know a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is not canon." Bulma never fought in canon and stuff. But at the end of the day, this is a video game. At the end of the day, this is not tied to any type of canon. I mean, look, we have the Ginyu Force coming back, for crying out loud. We have Nappa, who's like way weaker than what the characters are now. How strong these characters have gotten and stuff like that. We have Yamcha on there, like, kicking people's ass and stuff. We have Krillin on there kicking people's ass and stuff. So I don't see this as far-fetched as everybody, like people on the other side sees it and stuff like that. And I think Bulma would be nice. Now, I can see the other argument, people being upset, is if Bulma get in the game, it could risk the possibility of other potential characters being in the game. Now, the thing is, to me, it looks like they grabbing a lot of characters from Dragon Ball Z. From what we see so far, we still got months to go before the launch of this game, which means that we could see other characters from other franchises. And they did say they want to cover and take characters to satisfy all generations of Dragon Ball and stuff like that. So there could be a possibility they may see some Dragon Ball characters like General Tao or any other characters and stuff like that in the near future. We still have 8 DLC characters, so we don't know who could be lined up with that as well. But I think this is not a bad idea to see Bulma in here. Now, I know this could open up a can of worms because you know how the fan base could be when it comes to Dragon Ball games. You know, some people might request ridiculous characters like the farmer with the shotgun or something like that, and you know, all these other wacky things and stuff like that. But I think this is something that this is something that Arc System's Ollie here with Bulma and stuff like that. If she is playable, we're not sure. It's not a confirmation or anything, but this is something that they're Ollie. They could do something creative with this character. I mean, come on, Hercule may be in this game. I think Hercule should be in this game, or Mr. Satan, however we want to call him, depending on the translation. Because in the Budokai series, he used a rocket pack to fly around and everything. He's a silly character. He's a joke character. So I think Bulma should be in this game. I think it'll be fun. So I want to hear what you guys think about this. What do you think about her maybe being a playable character in this game, and what potential opportunities have been open for other possible characters who aren't fighters to be in this game in particular? So let me know in the comment section below how you feel about it. Make sure you favorite, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like the content that I have, and don't forget to hit that bell at the bottom of the video to get notified of when I upload videos. So this is MugenLord, and I am signing off. You guys have a good day.